This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, March 11th. I'm here with Stephanie and Erica. I'm Jeff. Brandon, listen, hold the phones. He's on his way to Germany, but may not be. His flight may have been canceled. We'll check in with Brandon tomorrow. But first, we got to get to some stories, guys. The judge threw the book at Harvey Weinstein today. He got 23 years in prison. He was facing a maximum of 29 years, so pretty close to that. No cameras in the courtroom, so all we have is this sad sketch. He's also facing felony charges in Los Angeles, which he denies those accusations. Meantime, celebrities are reacting. Padma Lakshmi said, "Justice has been served today. So thankful for all the incredible survivors who shared their experiences at the hands of this monster." And Mira Sorvino tweeted, "I literally cried tears of amazement. Gratitude that the justice system has worked on behalf of all of his victims today." So 23 out of 29, is justice served here?
Oh, yeah, for sure. First of all, 23 out of 29 is really sending a serious message, especially because he's still facing charges in California and in Italy. But also, it's sending a message to all of these industries that have protected people who not only abuse their power, but abuse their power in ways that equate to sexual assault and sexual misconduct. It's been a very open secret for far too long, and people have felt that they were very untouchable. So bringing down the king of Hollywood, so to speak, tells everyone that no one is safe from their shady, you talked about the shady sketch. Well, he's a shady sketch artist.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm really glad, and as Erica just said, I definitely think that the majority of his life, up until the last couple of years, he really believed he was untouchable. So did obviously his team around him, because they knew what was going on, let's be honest. And it's taken a lot of women to be very brave and come out for this to get to this point. We've seen the Me Too movement, and it's taken years. Let's not take that lightly to get to this stage. What I'm really glad about is that obviously the sentence was taken extremely seriously. 23 out of 29 years. That's good.
Which would be 90 if he serves.
I was going to say, so he's
just on that alone.
He's 67 now, and so if he just serves this, not including his other charges, he's not going to be out of prison until he's 90 years old if he lives that long. So yeah, I'm happy.
And he kind of paraphrased. I'm paraphrasing what he said in prison. He said something to the terms of, "I feel bad for men who face like the backlash of the Me Too movement," meaning like he was a victim of the Me Too movement.
Right. I think he does believe that he's a victim. And he is a victim. He's a victim of his own narcissism. But when it comes down to it, I find it very entertaining that all of these men in power who have been brought down and forced to face justice now want to talk about our judicial system and prison reform. Where was all that empathy for that situation before you were in the clink?
Exactly. All right, guys. Bachelor Nation has a new villain, and her name is Barb. Watch out. On last night's Bachelor Finale, Peter Weber picked Madison as his final choice, but his mother wasn't having it. Let's check it out.
Barb, how do we turn the page and give this a shot together?
Chris, he's going to have to fail to succeed. That's it. Chris, all his friends, all his family, everyone that knows him knows that it's not, it's not going to work. So we've been trying to help him. Would we want it to work? Yes.
Okay, so that was Peter's mom. Let's break this down. First, Peter picked Hannah Ann, but changed his mind and moved on to Madison, who was saving herself for marriage. And Peter's mom obviously did not like that.
We don't know if that's the reason she doesn't like her. I think she's seen the whole show unfold and seen different aspects of this girl's personality. I think it's really unfair for us to be like, it's because she saved herself.
I don't think that was the implication. I think the implication was that they were too different when it came to what their habits and their beliefs and all of that stuff was. Now, I don't find Barb to be the villain. I find Barb to just be a mama. And I think that the boy should listen to his mama, the man, excuse me. Because what you have is, anytime you're marrying someone, you're marrying into their family. You are not going to change the culture and the dynamics of this family. This is a woman who knows her son and probably knows her son for the better and the worse, and is saying, probably also to help out this girl, like, don't even go down this road because this is a waste of your time. Because people always think that they're just gonna like bulldoze through. Nah, this is a family dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with a mother who's that outspoken. He knows who his mama is, and there's no way that Barb is backing down. So you might as well just move on. Move along.
You know what? I really agree in this, and I think as you get a bit older in life, you do listen to your parents a lot more. So when you're a teenager, you're like, shut up, no, I'm not doing it.
Almost the opposite.
Yeah, and you're like, what do you know? I'm gonna date the 23-year-old when I'm 18, and I don't care anyway.
Sounds very personal.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but I was like, well, I was even younger. I think I was a lot younger. I was very
So this
naive
is a
and
true
silly.
story.
Yeah, my mum and dad were like, this is ridiculous, and I was like, no, being a silly teenager, whatever. Anyway, moving forwards on in life, as I've got later in my late 20s or early 30s, whenever it was I was dating this guy, my mum said to me, you know, he's really nice, but he's not the one for you. And she was like, I've got no problem with you dating him. He's lovely. He's great. Like, he ticks a lot of boxes. But I just know you. And she listed a load of things that at that time I thought were like the kind of the shiny parts of that person. That I was like, oh yeah, no, that's what I love about them. That's what makes them great. And she was like, that's going to be the stuff that's going to really drive you crazy.
Mama knows.
And she was right.
Mama knows.
Do. It's crazier. You're exactly right. The older you get, the older I get. The things that my parents told me, I'm like, whatever. Now I'm like, wait, that's exactly what they meant because I'm feeling it now with my kids. So listen to your mama. Listen to your mama. All right, from one reality show to a reality star. Brandi Glanville is spilling the tea about her dating life on the Everything Iconic podcast. She talked about hooking up with Gerard Butler, Ben Stiller, and 2 of the 3 male stars from Friends. Let's listen.
I def dated David Schwimmer for a while. He wore makeup. He wore concealer, like, out during the day. And I understand that you're on set, you're used to wearing makeup, but I was not used to dating a man that wore makeup. So I initially went out with Matt LeBlanc, and my girlfriend went out with David. So we were, like, all hanging out. Had one date with Matt, went back to his house. He let his dog lick his ice cream, and I was out.
So are there any deal breakers for you, Steph? Like Matt LeBlanc let his dog lick the ice cream and she didn't want to mess around with
I love dogs. I love dogs, but I don't like if a dog is trying to lick your face, lick anywhere near your mouth. If you're kind of like, if the tongue is touching anywhere in this area, it's a hard no. I have no problem, like, if you've got a bit of dinner left and you want to give it a little treat, like, there you go. But also I've seen people, like, feed their pet with their forks and spoons and stuff like a baby.
Yeah, no.
Dogs, okay, tell your restaurant story with the dog because you were in a nice restaurant.
Oh, yeah. So we're in Miami, and this was actually our co-host, Al, and our boss, Bert. So we're sitting at this restaurant, a really nice restaurant. There's actually, like, an international, like, star right next to us. And then across from us is, I don't want to say. Yeah, across from us, I turn and there is this big butt poodle that is sitting at this table, a full poodle, not a little poodle, and it's sitting in a chair eating off the table.
Shush.
I am saying that it was a nice restaurant. And I turned and I said to Al, like, God. Can you believe it?
Why did you take a picture?
Because it was such an intimate setting. Like, it was very formal. It was very formal. Like, at one point, we had, like, 4 or 5 waiters all, like, at our table. Nuts. And I'm like, I couldn't just take a picture. It wasn't a place you could just take a picture, but apparently it was a place where your poodle could sit at a table and eat. And no one said it. Everyone was, like, complying. I'm like, this couple must own this joint. Because that's the only thing I can think of. And they brought the dog, like, out food where it was nuts.
We got one more story to get to, but we need to talk about where the line is drawn with what dogs could doing what. Because
yeah, that's a whole separate issue though, isn't it? Like from gross things that you do, like people do that put you off, to then like a dog conversation.
Yes.
Right.
I read some crazy stuff online that people have seen. I was looking up like crazy stuff. Like one person said that she was dating a guy and a guy picked the food out of her teeth and then he ate it.
Out of the dog's teeth?
No, out of her mouth.
Oh.
So he was like, you got something in your tooth, and then got it, and then he ate it.
All right,
I think I just got corona.
Oh my God.
I read all these, I'll tell you all in the break, seriously. I read some crazy stories.
All right, we're going to get this last story. And country queen Shania Twain is 54 years old and still rocking it. She has a new Las Vegas residency, a movie, and talking all about aging gracefully. Listen to what she recently said on the popular Lady Gang podcast.
I just started with time, stepping out of battles that I couldn't win. I mean, you know, aging is a battle you can't win. So I think it's a waste of time and energy worrying about trying to slow my aging process down.
So do you guys worry about this? I know this is something everyone has to face at some point in their life, but do you guys worry about it, Steph?
Like, yeah, all the time. I'm notorious for doing crazy stuff.
You're young.
I'm notorious for, like, give me the needles, give me the lasers. I'll put myself through ridiculous amounts of pain. On Friday, I'm going to have a procedure to my face that's going to be probably horrendous.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Because my wife loves it too and had a hand in that, actually, didn't she?
I love it because I'm all about, like, I mean, we can't all be Erica Cobb. Look at her.
Oh my, first
Look
of
at
all,
her.
okay.
But there's,
Let's just be honest.
You don't need it. You just don't need it.
Prevention is better than the cure.
I don't know.
Right?
I think if you start to, like, just slow your roll on it, because you don't want it to be, like, overshadow, like, your natural features.
Yeah, I'm all for, I mean, but I feel like everyone do you, whatever makes you feel happy. But I just feel like Shania Twain saying there's no point worrying about it. Babes, we can see the pictures. We all know you've had the work done. You're definitely worrying about it, and so is your wallet, so don't lie.
Wow, that's where I wanted it to go right off the bat.
It's true. Erica's so unhappy with that. It's true.
DBL is live. Coming up, Steven Spielberg's daughter is doing porn, and she says her dad doesn't care. Oh, how would you deal with that? Your comments are coming up next. And Russian pranksters pulled a fast one on Prince Harry. Uh-oh, Stephanie's got the deets next. And What Up Wednesday?
Here's a question.
Are we on?
Do we want Thundercat on the show tomorrow?
Literally just saw that my bear, I know you can't see him because he's recording me right now, but he's got a lovely bow tie on. Is it a special day, my bear? He's saying no. You're just wearing it? Oh, he looks so dapper. I wish you guys could see. Let's have a look what people are saying. April Phillips has written saying, no, Stephanie, listen to Erica. And Jessie Fairs is saying, keep your skin healthy. Michael...
Tell her to listen to me.
I do always listen to Erica.
Is a beautiful woman. She doesn't
He did one with
need
Mac
all
Miller,
that
and I
stuff.
love this.
So
like,
I'm telling
Mac Miller
her,
did 3 songs.
just wait
and,
until you feel
Thundercat
like there
played with
is
them.
no
So
return.
that's the only question I would
She's got a long time.
I do listen, but I
know.
do also I can't help but dip my toe in.
And then you can incorporate Brad Pitt.
Listen
to your girl.
Like, she has such great features, and they're hers.
Yeah, I'm not having my cheeks or anything changed. I'm not having a vampire facial.
Oh, you're not?
I'm having a similar thing to a vampire facial, but I'm not having my own blood and plasma putting back into my face.
Is it?
Oh, you're just getting skin stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Is
different.
this through Jordan's
Skin stuff.
friend?
The woman
Yes.
didn't write back.
Oh, okay. That's
But
why
the
I
same-
said.
look,
That's why I
it's the
said.
same. It's the same treatment that me and Jordan and I have got a passion for a lot of the similar kind of things, and we were talking about it. And the only reason I'm not going to have a vampire facial, because I would love one, is because I do have a few autoimmune diseases, so my plasma probably is not very good for my face. Because they were like, why would we put that back in your face?
So that's why I said that,
so
because
I'm going to have something else put on it instead, which I'll tell you about another time.
my wife loves all that stuff, and then she comes home and she had a vampire facial, and she's like, "Oh, you know who else is getting it? My girl's doing Stephanie." I'm like, "Why do you keep putting Stephanie through this stuff?"
Skin stuff, like, great. Take care of your skin. Like, I definitely have skin stuff done, like all the hydrofacials and the dermaplane. But like when you start maneuvering things,
I'm with you.
Welcome back to DBL. Are you not ready for some juicy celebrity gossip? Well, you're in luck because it's time for What Up Wednesday. Our first stop takes us to LA, where they just can't get enough of mid-90s nostalgia. And by nostalgia, I mean a ridiculous obsession. So Selena Gomez is the latest to fall victim to a sickness that's going around called Friends Mania. Well, she recently revealed her take on the infamous Rachel hairstyle. So here they are side by side, and Selena, the Rachel, babe, it doesn't do you any favors. You've got more layers than lasagna, and honey, this kitchen should be closed. Here's what's up. Haircuts, just like sitcoms, go in and out of style, and even though Friends might be coming back, the Rachel, well, in the famous words of Ross Geller, we're on a break. Let it go. Next on our travels, we're going to London town, where one little family causes a lot of drama. So Prince Harry made quite the oopsie daisy. It started out with a phone call, which is innocent enough, right? Well, wrong, because Harry was at the receiving end of a prank call of royal proportions. So two Russian YouTubers fooled him into thinking he was speaking with climate activist Greta Thunberg. And they chatted about everything, like schoolgirls really, from Megxit to Trump. And then one thing Harry confided in the fake Greta was, during the prank call, that he said marrying a prince or princess is not it's all made out to be. Now, here's what's up. If this was William, I could totally see this happening. But Harry, he's one of us. If anything, he's usually the one that's pranking everyone else at home. But just like he said, being a prince, well, it's not all it's made out to be. And our final stop brings us to Italia for a rather poetic contribution about the coronavirus from Real Housewives of New Jersey star Joe Giudice. So he's living in Italy, where he was deported to after being convicted of tax fraud, and it's also, well, a coronavirus petri dish, a virus that Joe has got some real opinions about. Watch this.
I can't believe that there's literally nobody out in these streets. Look at this. Ghost town. Literally nobody out because of this stupid coronavirus. It's like ridiculous. People are so scared. Unbelievable. All right, guess I'm gonna be the only one walking around working today.
Now, what's ridiculous is that he captured the video saying that more people die from Viagra than from this virus. So here's what's up, Joe. While the coronavirus has taken 4,000 lives to date, we looked it up, and Viagra has killed 1,800 people over the course of 9 years. So a bit of quick math, and Joe, just leave the medical opinion to the people who actually matter and know what they're talking about. What do you lot think?
What an idiot. That's what I have to say. Listen, I'm going to shoot you straight on this one, Steph.
Yes.
You're supposed to be in your house so the virus doesn't escape, and you're walking around the streets making a video like a dummy American?
Well, he also said that he's going to be the only one working. But, Joe, what do you do?
Yeah, what does he do?
But what I don't understand, stay in your house means stay in your house, not make a video about, I don't know.
Honestly,
it drives me crazy.
Well, he's the only person who looks silly there is definitely him. And why was he even comparing it to Viagra? Like, what is he doing over there?
Because that's what's on his brain. Have you not seen The Real Housewives of New Jersey? Teresa totally gave him the when he visited.
Wow.
And Steph, your boy getting tricked by those pranksters?
I know. Normally, Harry's the one fooling all of us.
Oh, boy. Great job, Steph, as always. We'll be right back, guys.
The Sun. It's been one of the stranger reactions to coronavirus concerns. People around the globe stockpiling toilet paper. So why are scared shoppers stocking up on rolls? Let's connect the dots. First of all, this is not only an American problem. It's not just your neighborhood Costco limiting how much toilet paper you buy. There have been reports in Australia, Germany, and England of people clearing out shelves. According to a clinical psychologist, this is a pretty classic human response to fear and confusion. Because this coronavirus is new, and we're still learning about the risk it poses, some people are panicking and making irrational purchases. And that's the other problem, because humans are social creatures. When we see someone else doing something, we want to do it too, like panic buying toilet paper. But experts agree you don't need a lifetime supply, just enough to get you and your family through 2 weeks if you end up quarantined.
I was on the phone speaking with the Hollywood Reporter, and he started, this young guy, I knew he sounded so young the second he said hello. And instead of asking me about the series, his first question to me was, So what's it going to be like for you, Miss London, going back to morning television as a senior citizen? I almost fell off my chair.
Oh, no.
Seriously. I thought, like, is this guy shaving yet? I mean, come on.
Welcome back to DBL. Well, by now you probably heard Steven Spielberg's daughter is launching a porn career. Michaela Spielberg is 24 years old and only doing solo videos. She reportedly tells The Sun her famous dad is not embarrassed of what she does. He even expected her to go into the, quote, taboo art. So DBL Nation, we got to ask, what would you do if your kid pulled off something like this or tried to do something like this?
Well, Jennifer on Facebook has written in and said, I would be horrified for sure, but not turn my back on her if she was my daughter. I would try to find out what was behind that decision. Well, I think that's very good of you, Jennifer. And I think that's clearly what Steven Spielberg is also trying to do too. He's trying to support her and he's not trying to disrespect her or say anything against her and her chosen path in public. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors and if he is as supportive as he's saying he is. But, I mean, that's a discussion between them, isn't it?
Jalen on Facebook says it's her body and her life. Good for her. Jalen, I certainly appreciate what you're saying. It is her body. It is her life. As a parent, I think I'm not a parent, but I know that my parents just wanted me to thrive. I think that they wouldn't necessarily be appreciative of this path. But her dad's also in the arts, and we haven't really heard from him. So maybe it's not as big of an issue as we're making it out to be.
Sammy on Facebook says this has to be a dad's worst nightmare. It's the moment you regret having a daughter.
Oh, man.
Wow,
Sammy, that's harsh. Listen, my first snapped instinct is to agree with you, and then looking at what is going on in my life, having two young boys, I don't have a daughter, I got to think about it. You don't want to cut your kid off at any expense. You know, that's just my natural reaction. Like, you want to support them in some weird way, but at the same time, it is not a great situation. So Steven Spielberg handling the way he's handling it, it's a tough one. It's a real tough one for me because obviously I wouldn't want that for my daughter, but
the thing is, though, as well, people say, like, oh, if you just cut them off or whatever, and it is maybe a phase or a moment that they're going through or something that they might not do forever. It might just be for, like, a year of their life, and then you might lose your connection with your child forever over a blip in time. It's not always worth it.
And regret it and then have nobody there for them, and then you already cut that tie. So it's a deep conversation. It's not, one of those things you write on Twitter, but thanks for writing in. Coming up on DBL, people are actually paying money to watch videos of strangers sleeping on social media. Have you heard about this stuff?
No.
All right, well, we're talking about it next.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Attention.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm your boy, Jeray for the Slay, and I'm here with all of your beauty knowledge. Now, today, we're talking about some beauty gossip. Yes, honey, I got all the tea on all the beauty news that's happening right now. Today's beauty news is happening with Kylie Jenner, of course. I know she's my favorite person in the world. I love her, but she's starting a little bit more of a newer business. Now, we all know Kylie has had extreme success with Kylie Cosmetics. If you remember, back in 2015, she launched her Kylie Cosmetics business with the famous Kylie lip kits, and the beauty world has never been the same. We can see these lip kits everywhere from online to Ulta, and you can actually really get great deals on them now, which is wonderful. So we all know she's had great success. She's self-proclaimed billionaire or whatever, but now Kylie's taking a new step in the beauty world. She's going from Kylie Cosmetics, which features makeup and skin, to Kylie Hair. Yes, that's right, you heard it correctly, Kylie Hair. Now, what is this going to entail? Let's back it up. Kylie actually submitted to trademark Kylie hair back in May of 2019, and it was just confirmed February 6th of 2020 that the actual line can be used. So with that being said, we've heard there's going to be some shampoos in there, conditioners, hair masks and treatments, as well as dry shampoos. But most importantly, Kylie plans to launch hair color or hair dyes as well. So if you didn't know, Kylie's kind of been famous for these crazy pastel colors, bright, beautiful, bold fashion tones, right? And she plans on showing the world that everyone can do this. But my only question is, if you didn't know, Kylie Jenner wears a lot of wigs. Yeah, she wears a lot of wigs. So her hair typically doesn't actually have to suffer from different color treatments and different hair dyes in general, which can a lot of the time actually dry out your hair. So I hope to see how is she going to kind of mix these worlds together of that she uses so many extensions and wigs, but she's going to go ahead and push all of these hair colors and different hair treatments and whatnot that I'm not sure if she really uses. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that maybe this line is also going to have some hair extensions, some wigs, so that the public can start to get a little bit more into the real Kylie Kardashian Jenner look. Now, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think Kylie should really focus on these shampoos and conditioners and creating this hairline in general? Or should Kylie kind of stick to the cosmetics and skincare where she already has great success at? We see these celebrities jumping into the beauty world, so I want to know your opinion. Let us know at Jure for the Slay, or write us right down below or at dailyblastlive.com. We'll talk to you guys next time.
The press does not know how to report on medical issues.
The CDC made it very clear that 5,000 people just in the last 2 weeks have died from the flu. Here in America alone.
Why are we panicked about that? If that were coronavirus, people would freak the hell out.
You're right.
The press is overreacting, and it makes me furious.
Let's stop acting like the democracy that we know and that we teach our kids is still in place. The three branches of government has been shown to be ineffective. The executive branch completely came in and dominated the other two branches, and so this is what we have. Here we are. Enjoy your king.
Welcome back to DBL. All right, check this out. A new challenge is going viral on the video sharing app TikTok, but it has nothing to do with dancing or singing. It's all about sleeping. We're chatting about it in today's Rise and Thrive, sponsored by So Clean. So TikTok users are making these sleep streaming videos, okay? People leave their phones on all night, place them on their pillow, and live stream their snooze, essentially. And strangers are actually paying money to watch them sleep. For ways to rest easy, go to SoClean.com or call 1-800-562-3891. Steph, you understand what's going on here? People are watching people sleep.
I mean, I get it, because there's all sorts of strange things that people do, like let's watch a rabbit hop around a hutch for an hour.
Would you do this?
What if I gave you $50 to stream yourself sleeping?
Well, I mean, if there were a fair few people paying me $50, then maybe.
No, you'd make a total of 50 bitcoins.
Oh, no, then I wouldn't know. But if you've got a fair bit of, people
100 bitcoins.
I think it's got to be worth something, hasn't it?
It's weird. Just say it. It
is weird.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Happy Wednesday.